Hello everyone, and welcome back to my second installment of my scent of the day. Now, my first installment, I had no luck with compliments, but this particular day, I had different results. I wore two fragrances Saturday, and one I was headed to work, and I knew I wasn't going to be working with a lot of people, but I wore this fragrance anyway. And if you like Tom Ford, Tuscan leather, and ombre leather, you would also love this. Instead of having the raspberry notes, you're getting blueberry notes. Now you're talking about a bang for your buck fragrance. If I did a list with my top 10 bang for your buck fragrances, this would definitely be one of them. The price was only like $35, but the bottle presentation, the smell that you get, smell like you're getting something that costs a whole lot more. This particular fragrance, I wore one behind each ear, I wore one on the neck and one behind the neck. And that would be enough to get you throughout the day. And the fragrance I'm talking about is from the House of Rihanna, and that is Musky Oud. Now I love the presentation of this. It's a very nice, heavy, thick glass. The top is made of thick rubber, but the glass, the presentation, the looks of it, feel like it costs a whole lot more than what it does. If you're one of those people who are intimidated by the note of oud, don't be, because in this, there's no oud. But when you first spray this, you're gonna get some citruses. I'm picking up like a lemon. I'm also getting like a grapefruit, but the grapefruit is very faint. Then about 10 minutes in, that's when you get some saffron, you get some floral notes of rose. Also in the heart, along with that saffron and rose, you pick up on like a blueberry, almost a blackberry note. Then once it approaches the base, the rose disappear, then you get that leather. Now the leather in this is almost the same leather, seem like that's the one that's used in ombre leather. This is more darker. Then you get some amber, that added spice. You're also gonna get a musk. Now although this fragrance is fruity, it becomes a little darker. Now this is a spicy, sweet, fruity leather, one I really enjoy. And for $30, I'm telling you, it smells like it costs a whole lot more. And that's Rihanna Musky Oud. Now this next fragrance is classified as a spicy floral. Now the application I go on this is one behind each ear, and I go a couple of sprays on the chest. That's enough to give you a big scent bubble, and it will last throughout the day. Now this fragrance, every time I wear it, I receive compliments on it. I only owned this fragrance for probably 6 months maybe, but every time I wear it, I get a compliment. So me and my ladies, we was going to dinner. As soon as I get in the car, she asked me what I have on. This is one of her favorite fragrances, so that's not surprising for me. But the thing is, we was going to dinner, we was walking up the street, and this young lady, she was a cute girl, and she was walking towards us, and she told my lady, "I like the way you're wearing them jeans." Now granted, we were walking together, and she said that. I didn't think nothing of it, and my old lady was like, she trying to hit on me. So she walked on my side, she walked about 2 feet down, and she said, "And you smelling good." But it was me who was wearing the fragrance. I had no idea that she was flirting with my lady, but she knew it right away. You know, women have that intuition where they know when somebody's flirting with each other. But the fragrance that I was wearing was from the House of Jerzoff, and that's 1888. Now, warning, if you're younger and you don't like mature fragrances, you might not like this, because this is a very mature fragrance, but at the same time, it smells very classy, very gentleman, smell like you have a lot of wealth. Now this starts off with carnation that acts as if it's a clove note, so the opening is very spicy. You're also gonna get some coriander spices. You're gonna pick up on some pepper. Now, what I really love about this fragrance, when it goes into the heart, it mixes with that yin yang, and the yin yang combined with the top of the fragrance give you like a Dr. Pepper, almost a root beer smell. So at this point, it becomes very, very sexy. Then it finishes off with patchouli and sandalwood. The sandalwood makes this very creamy. It blends all the notes together and makes the whole composition very creamy. Now this is one fragrance that every time I wear it, I get a boost in confidence. And out of all the fragrances that I own, this is the only fragrance that almost just like boosts my confidence. Now this is a spicy, sweet, floral oriental, one I really enjoy. Never have problems getting compliments every time I wear it. And that's Jerzoff 1888. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Please give me a thumbs up. Consider subscribing, and I will see you soon. Peace.